But just as Lisa was about to head home, disaster struck out of nowhere. Lisa stood frozen, unable to calm down. When she finally saw the deceased was that very woman, the shock to her heart was immense. By the time she got home, looking utterly lost, she desperately mixed red wine with sleeping pills and kept pouring it down her throat. Then she lay on the bed, forcing herself to sleep quickly. But in her mind, the scene of the woman arguing with her kept replaying, along with the gruesome image of the woman jumping from the building. The woman's death didn't just shatter Lisa's pride in her undefeated record, it also plunged her into deep self-doubt. When she went to the law firm the next day, due to the client's suicide the previous night, Lisa instantly became the focal point of public criticism. Colleagues who had always disliked her style took the opportunity to propose kicking her out of the company. However, Lisa stated that no one present earned as much as she did. The room fell silent. She also declared herself the best litigation lawyer, that no one present could compare to her. But she didn't notice the association president's distracted state, so he privately invited Lisa to dinner and announced his final decision: she would teach at a university for 1 semester. Lisa, expecting a promotion, wanted to refuse, but the president said everything at the company was his. He absolutely would not allow Lisa to resist. Only at that moment did Lisa realize the president wanted her to take the fall. But just as Lisa felt depressed, a boy accidentally bumped into her, causing the fish in the cooler to spill all over the floor. Seeing her expensive leather shoes get dirty, Lisa slapped the boy across the face without hesitation. Even though the boy lowered his head to apologize, Lisa still wouldn't let it go and slapped him again. Jack was stunned, so when Lisa raised her hand to hit him again, Jack grabbed her firmly. He had intended to hit her back, but seeing the tears welling up in Lisa's eyes, he ultimately couldn't bring himself to do it. After glaring at him one last time, Lisa turned and left without looking back. The next day, Jack went to the School of Law for class, only to be shocked to discover the new professor was actually Lisa. What made his jaw drop even more was that Lisa was that mythical existence in the legal world. Before he could even process it, Lisa had already written a sentence on the blackboard: "I will never let my client go to jail." This was the first lesson she taught her students. After saying that, she turned and left the classroom. Jack stared at Lisa's retreating back, lost in a daze, because the name Lisa wasn't just familiar to him, she had changed the course of his entire life. Turns out, 10 years ago, his stepsister was raped and murdered, but his stepmother believed he was the culprit and had him sent straight to prison, with no one trusting him. Only the newly qualified lawyer, Lisa, believed in his innocence and provided him with a defense pro bono. Ultimately, she successfully cleared his name. From that day on, Jack studied hard, finally passing the bar exam, solely to find Lisa. But Lisa had long since forgotten him. Lisa then turned to gather her confidants to organize the materials she'd secretly investigated on the president's bribery. The next day, Lisa came to the company to retrieve her personal belongings, but the security guard coldly told her she no longer had access to the building. Her